Sit down, right there, don't go nowhere, little baby gon' shake that, 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 shit, yeah, I like that, bring that, right here, sit down, right there, don't go.
Welcome back. We back with another reaction video. Today we are reacting to a stay awake crime psychology video. There's something wrong with Melissa. She's a killer. Like, damn, why she had to be a killer, bro?
On October 18th, 2019, at precisely 8:45 a.m., the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office received a chilling 911 call.
911, what is your emergency?
911. I woke up on my boyfriend here. He was outside this morning. He was cold. He was just drinking. He's cold.
What?
I found him outside the kitchen, the bloody mess. I woke up on my boyfriend here.
What the hell is she talking about, bro? I'm done with niggas. I understand you could be in a state of shock. I completely get it. Also, my bad for pausing this early, but nigga, listen to this sentence. I woke up with my boyfriend here, and he was outside this morning. He's cold. Okay, cool. He's cold as in he's dead, right? That's what I'm assuming. He was just drinking and he's gone. Nigga, what is this sentence? What is this sentence? Why did you even start with that? My boyfriend's dead. That's what I would have started with, gang. You stupid.
He was outside this morning. He was cold.
What?
He was drinking. He's cold. I found him outside the kitchen, the bloody mess. He's not breathing.
Why is the kitchen a bloody mess?
Because he's dead, dumbass.
I need paramedic.
Alright, analyze.
Yeah, that actually don't make sense, though. Why is he outside but the kitchen's a bloody mess? Nigga asking great questions in this bitch. On God. He's doing fake compression. The nigga been dead.
Tell me what's wrong. He is non-responsive.
First responders quickly arrived at the caller's residence at 9801 White Barn Way. Upon arrival, Hillsborough officers were met by 26-year-old Melissa Turner, who was covered in blood. She told first responders the blood was from administering CPR to the victim. She immediately led them to the back of the house where her fiancé, 25-year-old Matthew Trussler, was unresponsive and cold.
And
He was
recipes,
lying
Matt.
face up by the swimming pool with multiple stab wounds and lacerations on his body. The medical unit arrived moments later, but sadly, Matthew was pronounced dead at the scene. Melissa watched as a sheet was laid over his body. Inside the home, there was a trail of blood drops that began in an office on the ground floor. Following the trail led the detectives right to the family room and then to the kitchen. The kitchen was an absolute bloodbath, with items knocked over and scattered all around the room, including a broken glass jar, multiple kitchen knives, and a switchblade. The blood trail then led to an open back window, continued
That how you
into
got
the
so?
backyard, and ended at Matthew's body. It was safe to say that a major struggle had taken place, and after bleeding out in the kitchen, Matthew used every ounce of life that he had left to escape through the window into the backyard, where he later succumbed to his injuries. All of the evidence was collected, which included a smartwatch that Matthew was still wearing and a home security camera that was installed in the hallway of the house.
Oh, she's cool.
As
We
a
got the
thorough
home
search of
security
the
camera. What the
residence and surrounding area commenced. Melissa was brought into the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office for an interview.
How long have you been?
Bro, I'm either tripping or Melissa thick as... Bro, what? I'm sorry, them thighs is crazy. What's going on?
Throughout the interview, Melissa provides bits and pieces of information about her and Matthew's life. In Melissa's younger years, she had self-confidence issues due to her appearance, but this all turned around when she started her fitness journey. She focused on her diet and exercised daily, gaining back the confidence that she once lost. This progress quickly went to her head, and she began sharing photos of her body anonymously online. Melissa ended up finding her niche in horror-themed cosplay adult films. Melissa was good enough at her job to be making a substantial...
What? Did they just say horror play adult films? How do you get erected at? What is going on here? What's wrong with niggas?
amount of money, but some of her fans believed that she would take things too far. In 2017, she met Matthew on Tinder, and the two quickly fell for each other. After 2 years of dating, they were able to buy a house where they began building their life together.
What you mean they bought a
Romantic
house?
as this love story was, the detectives were more interested in the hours leading up to Matthew's death.
Let me take or can you take us back to yesterday? From the time you guys woke up and to kind of how we got here today.
Yeah, as much as I can.
The best that you can. That's all we're asking for.
Here we go with the fake tears and shit, my nigga.
Melissa told the detectives that the day
Right.
before started like any other. She woke up at around 4:30 a.m. and worked until
Fake
about
ass
8
tears,
p.m.
nigga, stop.
Afterwards, she and Matthew walked their dog, and then Melissa exercised in their garage while Matthew cleaned up around the house. They visited a Home Depot and then a Publix grocery store to grab lunch, which Matthew cooked at home. After
Good old
sending
Publix.
some emails and doing some more cleaning, they ate dinner, ended the night with a few drinks, and played some card games.
That's what we would do on a night when we didn't have to get up and do anything the next morning. We had drinks. He always liked drinking. He was a drinker.
Did he have? Would you?
Probably
say
why he
he
bled
had
so
a
much.
Problem or no?
He had a drinking
Doesn't make
problem.
your blood then.
His mom will tell you the same thing. He will admit it himself.
What about you?
Me? No.
Besides the alcohol last night, were there any drugs?
No.
We're not the drug police, so I'm just asking.
No.
All right, we homicide. We don't care about this.
Because that was a deal breaker for me, and he knew that. He knew if he touched anything like that again, that he would lose me.
What do you mean
The
again?
peak of Matthew's drug abuse was in 2015. He then decided to get his life back together and move in with his brother. By the time Matthew met Melissa in 2017, Matthew was still clean.
That was my number one deal breaker with him.
Is he still clean if he's a drinker? I'm just saying, like, I thought you supposed to sustain for all that. Because, nigga, you're still altering your mind state. Like, it's not doing the same exact thing. And it's not as, it might not be as addictive. But, nigga, if you was addicted to whatever you was addicted to the first time, why would you then go into alcohol? What the fuck? That don't make sense to me. You're not clean at that point, gang. You're not sober when you're on alcohol, so you're capping. Go ahead.
And I'm assuming.
So, the drug police, he was not shy about it in his past when he was younger. He was into hard drugs.
Okay.
That's
Like?
10 years since then, because he knew that was my number one deal breaker. He touched it again, we were done. I didn't give a shit. That was it.
But what time did you go to bed last night?
Like I said, we were having some drinks. But I remember getting really tired around 10, and I just wanted to go to bed. And 10:30ish was when I remember 10:30, 11 maybe is when I remember going to curl up on the chair, because I slept on that big chair that's in my little office area downstairs.
Apparently,
Bruh.
Melissa slept in the next morning and woke up around 8:30 a.m.
Bruh.
I don't know. I normally don't sleep in. But whatever time, I remember waking up, and I didn't see him around. I saw him.
It's more fake tears, my nigga.
I didn't see him outside at first.
Like, she chatting this.
Cold. I pulled him to the ground.
Hmm?
I know this must be very difficult for you.
It feels like a dream.
Or did you hear anything?
Wouldn't it be a nightmare? Thank you. What the fuck?
In the night?
No.
What do you think happened?
I mean, you understand just from our standpoint.
That this makes no fucking sense, and we weren't there last night, and you were the only in the vehicle. All right,
You thought could have happened.
I don't know.
only nigga in the house,
The
my nigga.
detectives asked Melissa if there was a chance that Matthew's death could have been an accident.
He always told me
Shui, how?
he was gonna die young.
What the detectives didn't know yet was
Huh?
that back at the crime scene, a
Huh?
medical examiner had arrived to evaluate Matthew's body. He had a defensive wound on his right forearm, a large laceration to his chest, a small cut to the right shoulder, and a large stab wound on his back. It was clear that Matthew's death was no accident.
Nah, gang, he was getting poked up in that bit.
Do you have any injuries on
For sure.
your person? Any scratches or cuts or anything?
She should.
Right there.
Come here.
And that's from what?
Lie. Go ahead and lie.
I think it's from grabbing the glass.
Come here.
You know where
I remember it was a hard rock glass, I believe, in the kitchen.
Oh, so you broke the glass.
Picked up a piece of it on the floor.
was there any fighting or arguing last night? Do you all
I'ma let it
have
go.
a history of any kind of fighting
Do
or
that.
arguing?
There's hella blood in the kitchen.
Nothing. I mean, couples just argue sometimes. We never really fought. We would argue.
So there was no arguing last night.
We were having a great time.
The detectives decided that now would be a good time for a break so that Melissa's injuries could be photographed and bandaged.
But move out the way.
DNA and fingerprints were also collected. During this time, they touched base with the investigators who had processed the crime scene. They learned about Matthew's defensive wounds and the stab wound to his back, ruling out the theory that Matthew could have been responsible for his own death. But there was more.
Fool, it was too much blood for that. Fool, the nigga tried to escape. Fool, what the are y'all talking about? That's oh my god. Oh. What person who tries to take their own life pokes themselves multiple times? Are y'all stupid? Are y'all stupid? No, seriously. Are y'all stupid? Like, bro, what?
While investigators were canvassing the area surrounding the crime scene, they discovered that one of the neighbors had a Nest surveillance camera which could see just over Melissa and Matthew's fence into their backyard. While this camera angle wasn't ideal, the camera also recorded audio, and an intense altercation was captured between Melissa and Matthew around 4 to 4:30 a.m.
Oh, your neighbors is snooping. Bitch, what? She told the nigga to get up multiple times. Like, nigga, I'm bleeding out.
With this new piece of evidence uncovered,
Fuck you mean, what did you do? This nigga screaming, don't do it. What? What? Did I miss that? Did y'all miss that? No, please. Fuck you mean, what did you do?
With this new piece of evidence uncovered, the second half of Melissa's interview quickly turned into a full-on interrogation.
Yeah, we on your ass.
Tell me about what happened around 4 o'clock this morning.
I was asleep.
Arguing
At
around
4 o'clock, not that I know of.
Were you asleep at 4 o'clock this morning?
To my knowledge, yes.
Come here.
8:45 is when the call came in, so you said about 20 minutes, maybe, even if you lost track of time, say you wake up at 8. Anytime between but at 11 last night to 8 this morning, did you have any argument?
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
So we've been talking to the neighbors. There's cameras all over the neighborhood. There's Ring doorbell cameras and everything.
Okay.
Okay. Around 4 o'clock this morning, something happened at your house. That's why we're asking.
What were the neighbors saying? What?
It ain't what the neighbors are saying. It's what's on
What is-
video.
what
Mm-hmm.
There's arguing coming from the house. It's a male and a female.
If it was at 4 in the morning, I will tell you right now, I did not stay up until 4 in the morning.
Although she initially sticks to her guns,
Oh,
the
God.
detectives are persistent and her story quickly begins to change.
It's gonna have
The
to.
argument was him waking me up because he was a night person, as I've told you guys. Him staying up till 4 in the morning whenever he got drunk is not unheard of. I would say he woke me up. We got in an argument over that.
But the argument was something to along the lines of wake up, wake up. I.e., you was waking that nigga up. Did I miss that? Like, what is she talking about? Bro. How do y'all commit one of the most egregious sins and then don't think back like, Nah, I remember that. I remember that. Okay, now let's formulate a story around the things that you know they're gonna find out that makes sense. Bro, you have 4 hours. You would literally have 4 hours to come up with a plan. This is a horrible plan. Yeah, we never had an argument. Okay, well, we have you on camera. It was about him being awake all the time. But you were telling him to wake up. Exactly.
Being
Go.
up at 4 in the morning, drunk off your ass, wasn't doing anybody any good. And that was what the argument was about then.
Okay, so just
Yeah.
so I'm clear, you do have a memory of what happened, right?
Yes.
At 4 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay.
Melissa
So why did you
chalked
say he
up
was
the
asleep?
argument to her simply being upset about a drunk Matthew waking her up at 4 a.m. But considering the intensity of the argument captured on the surveillance camera, and of course Matthew's gruesome death, the detectives believe something much more explosive happened.
Why
that
is there
Melissa
cigarettes
was
on the
not
floor?
divulging.
Mm.
So they continue pressuring Melissa to tell the truth, and it's not long before she shares a darker version of her story.
Talking about it more now, thinking back on it, this is from me grabbing a knife out of his hand. I swear
Ah, my
he
thumb.
never hit me, never laid a hand on me, even when drunk. I will not let his name go down like that.
Bitch, you killed the
But I
nigga.
do
What are you
remember
talking about?
pissing him when I tried to get the knife out of his hand.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, my neck isn't from me.
My neck is for
My
me.
jaw was sore, like I got hit. And I remember being thrown over the counter. He got pissed off.
So, in one sentence, no, literally one sentence. It's not even seconds, my nigga. She went from I'm not gonna let him go down like that, like legacy wise, like he was beating on her, and then proceeds to say he was beating on her. Bitch, are you dumb? And I'm sorry I'm using profanity, but my nigga, what is she talking about? No. This female dog is tripping.
Got a little more aggressive with what he was doing.
Okay, swear.
And how did you react?
I was scared at first. I'm not trying to be dumb about this. I'm a lawyer.
I'm gonna go ahead and conclude the interview at 14:06 hours.
That's it.
As soon as Melissa asks for a lawyer, the detectives conclude the interview.
They do their
As
job.
Melissa sits alone in the interrogation room, she becomes paranoid and begins to panic.
W12, by the way.
This can't be my life.
You the one that did it, though.
No. What's happening?
Being alone with your thoughts scary, ain't it?
Could you at least come in here and keep me company?
Oh,
I feel like I'm gonna fall apart.
is she talking to a ghost, my nigga?
I can see you.
Oh, she's talking to a ghost, my nigga.
Did I just get left in here now? Going to freeze me out?
Rasclad.
Can we please turn the AC off in here?
No, we like to keep it cold.
Oh,
It stops
God,
germs.
it's so cold. Am I not allowed a blanket or anything?
Nah, they'll give you a blanket, but you a dub. Dub is great. Shorty's a in dub.
We were going to Walmart today.
No, we weren't.
We were going to get Halloween decorations.
How were we going to do that? Unless she has another person inside of her, how was we going to do that? Because she killed the buddy.
Someone eventually comes back and they collect Melissa's clothes as evidence, and they bring her some McDonald's. Right after this, Melissa was arrested and
This
charged.
bitch a Happy Meal. These niggas childish. These niggas is childish.
Second-degree murder of Matthew Trussler. In
Second degree 'cause they couldn't prove it.
With Matthew's family, they strongly denied the allegations made by Melissa regarding Matthew's mental health. The
Like
only
what?
negative thing they had to say was that Matthew had gradually grown distant from the family, which they believe was due to Melissa intentionally manipulating and isolating him. Thanks to Melissa's lucrative career, she was easily able to pay her bond. She then participated in a media interview professing her innocence and sharing her story.
Cosplay model. That's a job. I mean, technically, I guess, but nigga, he said adult films. This is not a cosplay model. That is a freak who gets dressed up in cosplay forms. So it is literally a P star, man. Stop playing.
We ended up struggling back and forth for the knife. I got my hand sliced open. He had pushed me into the countertop. I had marks on my stomach,
Cap.
and then turned me around, and he had his hands around my throat. Losing him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Losing his family that I loved as my family.
Bitch just said losing him, losing his family, and she's the one that killed him. Y'all niggas gotta do the math, bro. Y'all niggas not doing the education, bro. What is she talking about, man? I'm confused. What are you saying? What are you saying? Losing his family that I thought was like my family because I loved them as my family, but I killed him, though. Like, what? Like, you talking about his family, and you basically said that this nigga attacked you, gang. Like, one of the two has to make sense, my nigga.
Melissa's trial began on February 14th, 2022. In their opening statement, the prosecution pointed to the fact that Melissa had dialed 911 4 hours after the incident, pretending to not know what had happened. They argued that Melissa's actions and behavior before and after the incident indicated that she was a calculated killer.
Clearly.
Additionally, the prosecutors were adamant that her inconsistent statements were attempts to deceive authorities as well as downplay her involvement. Once she realized the detectives were onto her, she fabricated a narrative of self-defense.
And didn't ask for a lawyer.
Argued that Melissa did in fact act in self-defense, and that Matthew's death was a result of his own aggressive behavior.
For sure,
They
Sway.
also suggested that the neighbor's surveillance audio was manipulated to amplify Melissa's voice, making it sound louder than it actually was.
So it could be that maybe one voice on the recording was not amplified.
What does that have to do with what was said from one individual, and you clearly heard little buddy screaming, "Stop, don't do that"? What the are you talking about? I'm like, bro, some of these defense attorneys are trash. Nigga getting paid big bands to cap horribly. You niggas suck. You
And then another voice on the recording was greatly amplified.
niggas sound like a conspiracy theorist, gang.
All of the crime scene photos which showed the aftermath of a brutal attack on Matthew, the bloody knives, one of which they believed to be the murder weapon, and the surveillance footage with the audio of Melissa and Matthew's argument. On top of these items, they also presented footage to the court that was recorded by a motion-activated camera that was inside Melissa and Matthew's home.
Oh, them animals.
At 3:39 a.m., Melissa is seen running towards the office. At 3:42 a.m., Matthew walks past the camera towards the kitchen with Melissa right behind him.
She's screaming at him, by the way.
Her face. At 4:09 a.m., she is captured stopping near the front door and talking to herself. The prosecutors pointed out a faint hue of red on her right hand, possibly blood. The defense fought against this, saying that the footage was not clear enough to draw any conclusions on the state of her hand. She turns around and heads back into the kitchen. The final clip is 4 hours later. At 8:35 a.m., Melissa can be seen wandering around the house with what appears to be a bad case of bedhead. And remember the smartwatch retrieved from Matthew's wrist?
This bitch really killed that man that went to sleep luxuriously than a bitch. I'm talking luxuriously than a bitch. Ah. Oh, I forgot I killed this nigga. Let me call 12. This is crazy.
Back at the crime scene. Investigators analyzed the data from that watch, and it revealed that his heart stopped at 4:31 a.m., further solidifying the timeline of the crime.
Right.
When it was the defense's turn to call witnesses,
I might need a
they made the
smartwatch.
decision to call Melissa herself to the stand.
There were times where he would push me
All right.
and punch the walls beside my head.
All right.
He would stare off at some corners, and he would tell me that there's a demon standing right there.
All right.
There were times where he would talk in a different voice.
All right.
Did that frighten you?
Yes.
All right.
I was terrified.
She tearfully
Hey,
recounted
top
her
tier
version of
porn
events.
acting, by the way.
According to Melissa, Matthew
Talk about
became
top
violent
7.
during
What
the
the
argument. He choked her, threw her across a counter, and proceeded to grab a knife. Apparently, a head injury along with alcohol caused Melissa to black out at one point.
Okay.
She still remembers when Matthew put down the knife to start strangling her again.
Okay.
In self-defense, she grabbed the knife off the counter and stabbed him in the back.
Okay.
Nearing the end of her testimony, her defense thought it was crucial to address the elephant in the room. Melissa
Gang, if you did all of that, and here's the thing, why the fuck would you cap? Why would you cover it up? Why would you call the police? Like, something's wrong. Fuck you mean something's wrong, nigga? Tell them what happened initially. I mean, it's just stupid. You covering it up is stupid. If that was really the case, then you would have just exposed that. But instead, this nigga the one with defensive wounds. You just chatting and shit, bro. Like,
lying to the detectives and changing her story during her interrogation.
In your first
Twice.
interview, you didn't go into these details with the detective. Why is that?
the DA need to fucking cook.
Was confused. I was uncomfortable. My head was pounding. I had told them so many times about my head, and I told them that I couldn't think straight because of it.
During
For sure.
cross-examination, the prosecution bombarded Melissa with questions about her drastically inconsistent statements.
Today,
Get to it.
2022, you now claim you had
Them locks
some
hit
kind
him,
of head
by the way.
injury, correct?
Yes.
And now, in 2022, you speak of some kind of blackout, correct? Yes?
Correct.
Okay.
She was
Look at her
also
face.
questioned about the things she
She's
was heard
smiling and
saying
shit
on
like
the
this shit a
surveillance
game.
camera footage.
You said 4:33 a.m., so effing die.
On God.
Right?
No, I have no recollection of that. I explained my side and why I did what I did.
You're crying, right?
I don't want to keep pausing, but she keep pissing me off. Like, bro, this is sending me, bro. She is sending me right now. What do you want? Stop. Stop. Face that, bro. You sound like a 2-year-old, my nigga. Like, bro, at least make a fake teardrop or something. Damn, this motherfucker just capping, like, sniffling that, girl.
Is that what's happening? Are you crying right now?
Do you
No, she needs an allergy pill.
Are you crying because you can just cry on cue?
I'm crying because
I don't know if y'all know this, but you can clearly tell when a mother is trying to make themselves cry, right? So when she said, I'm crying because she was trying to force out more emotion, my nigga. Like, bro, she's out here lying horribly. It's some of the worst lying. Like, damn. Y'all hoes don't take no acting classes. Like, you know you're gonna be on camps. You ain't gonna take no acting classes. Come on, man.
because my life is on the line right now. I'm crying because I still remember all those places, all those plans.
The defense also called the medical examiner to the stand. They stated that in their report, Matthew's blood alcohol level was so high at the time of his death that it was nearly 5 times the legal limit to drive in Florida.
He wasn't
Although
driving,
he
though.
wasn't driving anywhere. They suggested that this high level of intoxication, along with his mental health issues, caused Matthew to become erratic, unpredictable, and potentially dangerous. On February 18,
Wait, what?
2022, after 5
I
years
guess.
of testimony, Melissa Turner's murder trial wrapped up.
Your duty is to determine if the defendant has
They
been
about to hit her with a
found
not guilty
or
plea,
not
nigga, and I'm going to bed.
The jury deliberated, and after 7 hours, they reached a unanimous verdict.
Publish the verdict and pull the jurors, please.
You niggas say not guilty, I'm going to sleep, my nigga.
We, the jury, find as follows as to the charge. The defendant is guilty of murder in the second degree.
Melissa Turner was found guilty of second-degree murder using a weapon. Her sentencing
Good job,
hearing was
y'all.
on March 18th, 2022. Before a sentence was given, Matthew's mother provided a touching impact statement to the court.
Believe it or not, I don't believe that your greatest crime is having murdered Matthew. But actually, it's what you've done to his memory. And the
Facts.
aftermath of his death in order to preserve your own life.
You did shit on this man and said this man was
The
a...
story you have contrived has caused me as much pain as his death. If Matthew's drinking was escalating and he was depressed, it was because of the lifestyle that you involved him in.
Okay, I don't know about all that.
Consistent with who he was and with the way that he was raised.
I don't know what that means.
Anyone was a victim of domestic violence, abuse, and manipulation.
She might be right, though, on this one.
Sadly, it was Matthew.
Melissa's mother also spoke to the court. She defended her daughter, stating that Melissa was a good person who always...
Fool, I'm not trying to hear that shit, fool. I ain't gonna lie. That's the end of the video. We not doing this. Nope. We not doing this. Check. Cut me out of here. Nope. Shout out to Matthew's mom. That's a great statement. Also, you don't know that though. The middle part about if he was depressed and all of those things is because of the lifestyle that nigga. He's a man. He could have made his own decisions. So that's not true. I don't want to hear what Melissa mama got to say. I don't care. You gonna say the same old bullshit. It's the same type of shit the motherfucker be saying where it's like, oh, but my son was a good kid. Rest in peace. And then they got like 5 bodies. I can't go with you. I can't do this. We're not gonna do this. So, rest in peace, Matthew. Condolences to the family. Melissa, you needed meds. Clearly. That's the end of the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video, share your thoughts on the video in the comment section below. Also hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date when I drop videos on this channel. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay safe, y'all.
Everything I see in IATV, bitch, we best. Everything I see in IATV, bitch, we best. Everything Everything I'm seeing, I achieved it, bitch, you best believe it. It has been my Nintendo Switch legit, though, kick it with my kinfolk. Haters just be talking, so I really do not need their info. Yeah, they info, yeah.